I've been traveling around Portugal for over a week. From the beach towns of the Algarve, famous tourist destinations like Porto, and historical sites like Evora. Portugal has blown me away. It's been great to see so much of this beautiful country. I am now in Lisbon, Portugal's hilly capital city. Follow along this 7-part Lisbon series as I focus on each of these beautiful cities district per episode. Playlist is down below so you can continue the journey along the diverse towns of Portugal. We are waiting for our Uber now. We dropped off our car yesterday because we won't be needing our car here in Lisbon. Neither will you. Parking will be a nightmare and the traffic here is a lot worse than the Algarve, Porto, Evora and whatnot. So you won't necessarily need it. There's plenty of transportation. You can also walk if you don't mind the steps and the uphill. I forgot to mention that they also have their local version of Uber, which is Bolt. So it's BOLT. Just make sure that you set up the account before arriving. The Iberico ham, which I'm slicing really badly, should always be an option for breakfast. So good, in lieu of bacon. That is breakfast done. I had eggs Benedict with Iberico ham. We went to Audrey's. We are here at Audrey's, which is very close to St. George's Chapel. No jokes, which is very close to St. George's Castle, which we're going to visit later on.
Today is all about exploring Alfama, the oldest district in Lisbon. It was previously the region where the poorest live because it was outside the castle walls.
It's uphill yet again. We are walking to Lisbon Cathedral.
Oh, I have
Everywhere that we are going today, we will be walking to. So that should be fun in the rain. We'll see how we go. So the only time we are catching an Uber is to and from our hotel. Oh, look at what we just bumped into, the Olympus Theater, built in the first something century AD. It's basically really old. Oh, like the things you bump into. Wow.
I don't think you actually need it. Just
No, I don't. Oh, it's actually for show. It's for show. We are at Lisbon Cathedral now, otherwise known as Say Cathedral. This is where a lot of the weddings, funerals, and baptisms of a lot of Portugal's elite and nobles were held. It's open to the public from 7 a.m. As of research, it said free entry, but that no longer is the case. It was €5 per person, and you can pay either by cash or by card. One of the distinct features of this church is the rose glass display up at the entrance, which we will try to look for when we get out. We are on our way to a sardines place that I found on TikTok. I've heard it's really good. Yeah, I found it on TikTok. Found it on TikTok by my friend Jervin, sharing it to me, and I've heard it's really good, so we're gonna give it a go. But I just spotted a jewelry store, so let's go to that one first. Hola. We found it, Conserveira de Lisboa. I think that's what I don't know how to say it, but they sell, look at all these beautiful looking sardines.
Taste.
Okay.
But I have curry, tomato, roast pepper, cloves, spicy olive oil, oregano, and olive oil.
Okay, I'll get the 6 then.
But the olive oil as well? It's with the whole.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Organic or normal?
Organic. I'm from Bondi, must get organic. Found my lunch, my breakfast, my dinner, everything. So we bought bought 7 tins of can. I thought I only bought 6 and I saw her packing 7. 24.49 euros for 7. They are roughly, how much are they? Roughly about 350 euros each. I've heard good things. Hopefully they are. I plan to eat it at home because we have meals planned for the rest of the trip. But if I do get hungry and I want a snack, but the thing is if I open one, we gotta finish it all. There's a queue, so gotta get in there quick. We are now at Casa dos Bicos, which is a former Renaissance palace. However, this day it is just ruins, which you can see down below. But it's also the museum of the 1998 Nobel Prize winner. I need to read this one, Jose de Sousa Saramago. And if you just want to look at the ruins right here, it's free entry. But if you go upstairs, then you have to pay. And I believe that is about $5 per person AUD. That is, so let's have a look. We're at the observation deck by the Santa Lucia Church where you get a view of the Tagus River and of Lagos town as well. Look at all those brick roofs. We are now at another viewing point, 2 minutes away from the other, called Largo Potos de Sol, where you can see a very good view of the old town Lagos. And these houses behind me are very beautiful, but they are very strong, that they have survived the 1755 earthquake here in Lisbon, known as the Great Lisbon Earthquake that happened on the 1st of November 1755. Hi buddy! Hello! I'm brave now until it goes near me. We are at Castelo de Jorge, or Jorge. I think it's Jorge. I don't know if they pronounce J as H or J, but I have to tell you something. This is really embarrassing. And we're going to hold the camera so that I can talk properly.
And this pheasant is gradually going to get closer to Mario. You can't see it, it's there. And then she is going to scream. Oh, it's looking at us.
Here's what happened. We saw there's a massive queue. And I'm like, oh my, where's the queue for the online booking? So I'm like, oh, there it is, and absolutely no queue. And I was like, yeah. Karma straight away. As we got in, our tickets won't work. And what happened is I booked it too early. You're meant to use it within 90 days. And I booked it on the 1st of June. And the staff were very friendly because it's only September 4. It's only a couple of days. So they were, it's getting here. So they were like, okay, they let us through because it's only a matter of a couple of days. So thank you very much to the staff. I probably shouldn't have filmed that because I'll probably get in trouble for that. But anyway, here we are at the main part. It's like pretending it doesn't like my dress. Let's go. Why is it going towards me? It's an excellent viewing point as you enter the park.
That bird poo on my shoulder.
Huh? Ew, you got...
Something.
You can see this castle from anywhere in Lisbon. That's at least what they claim. I don't know if that's true because I haven't really noticed it from atop, but I suppose if you are far out from, if you look up, you'll definitely spot it. It was a royal Moorish residence until it was captured by Portugal's first king in 1147. Not Jorge though, in case you're wondering why is the name of the castle Jorge. That first king was King Alfonso Henriquez, but it was later on dedicated to Saint George, which is England's patron saint. How much were the ticket? 15 euros per person if you want to go in. That is quite XC in comparison to all the others that we've been to, but so far, so good. Book online, just make sure you use it within the 90 days. We found the castle. We're walking by the moat now. We made it up! This one is wide, it's not narrow. We found lunch, but there is a massive queue. It's now about 2:20 p.m. You'd think it's no longer peak hour, but it's still very long. The place is called Bifanas of Afonso. They have 4.7 stars review out of 5, out of 3,000. So that's pretty solid review. They sell bifana, which is a traditional Portuguese sandwich. You are in the right queue. Panama cheese.
Are you getting the exact same?
Double cheese, yeah.
Two cheese. To drink something. Coke. One. That's all.
I should have timed how long it took us to get the food, but finally it is here. So it's a thin slices of pork. We got the cheese one. That pork is marinated with white wine and a couple other things. And then you got the soft bread. And then you put some mustard and peri sauce in it. 380 something euros, I think it was. Let's have a taste test. The mustard is overpowering. Yeah. We're outside the Igreja de São Vicente de Fora, which
After another 1,000 steps.
it was, but we managed to get in here. Everything is still walkable, but it's the uphill that makes it very difficult. But this church right here houses the pantheon of the house Braganza. A pantheon is basically a final resting place. And if you remember our episode from Evora, so that who was it? I can't remember his noble title, but that noble that was beheaded, he was the Duke or something of Braganza. So it's from that same family, who is obviously.
But he's not buried here because he was beheaded.
Well, who knows? He might. So let's check it out. I don't think you can go in, but we've seen people going in, so let's see. Not too far is the National Pantheon, which is literally, if you turn right from the church, you just keep heading down and you'll find it. And that's where the Portugal's celebrities, nobles, footballers, all the important people in their history, that is where their final resting place is. So this one, I really don't think you can go in, where you can walk around it, but it is such a beauty from the outside anyway. And I can imagine why you don't go in, because it's a final resting place. But we'll do a loop, see what we can see, and then take a bit of a break before we head for the finale. The finale of today's vlog. Alright, my mistake. So they are actually open to the public, but they are closed on Mondays, which
We're here on Monday.
yeah, today's a Monday. It's all good. It's still a very beautiful sight to look at, and that must be our reward. We have napped and rested, so now it's time for a night out. We are going to Abayuca, which is a small restaurant for some fado. Fado is a music genre that can be traced all the way back to the 1820s in Lisbon. It's all about heartbreak, grief, and really quite sad. And you will hear this from the tone of the singers. Abayuca in particular, they do a vadio variety, meaning it's amateur, so anyone can get up and perform. In fact, we had one of the wait staff perform, which was pretty cool. It is one of the most original fado experience that you can have in Lisbon.
Andei à tua procura, nervo do esquecimento. Procurei, mas não te vi. E de amor deixou viver assim, mas encolhe teu amor dos outros. Tudo que tem princípio há de ter fim. Lisboa dorme um sono repousado nos braços do pó do seu teto. Cobriu a colcha azul do céu estrelado.